So The Cat in the Hat is officially making a comeback, and this time it's happening in animation. Yeah, Warner Brothers Pictures Animation is rebooting the iconic Dr. Seuss book, and the release date has now been set for November 6th, 2026. That's a big shift from its originally planned February release, and honestly, it feels like we've been waiting forever already. The project has been through multiple delays, moving from its early 2024 date to March 2026, then bumped up slightly, and now all the way to November. It's kinda crazy to see just how many times this one film has been shuffled around. And naturally, the big question people are asking is, does this mean there are problems behind the scenes, or is this actually a smart play by the studio? The Cat in the Hat is a huge property, and it's the first big release under Warner Brothers Pictures Animation after their rebrand. Bill Damashka is steering the ship now, so this isn't just about a movie, it's about the studio proving itself with its new identity. That's probably why they don't want to risk anything going wrong. They brought in Alessandro Carloni, who you might know from Kung Fu Panda 3, to direct. He's also co-writing the script with Erica Rivanoja, who has a background in South Park and Trolls. So the creative team feels like it has the right mix of humor, heart, and energy to make Dr. Seuss's world feel alive in modern animation. And speaking of animation, the little glimpse we've seen so far actually looks really cool. The trailer shows off this playful, sometimes exaggerated visual style that feels true to the spirit of the book, but not overly polished or sanitized. One of the big issues people had with the 2003 live-action version was that it felt way too weird, unsettling, and honestly kind of terrifying at times. Mike Myers gave a performance that's still talked about, but not in the way the studio wanted. That movie has a cult following now, sure, but it didn't exactly capture the magic of Dr. Seuss. This time, the animated approach feels like the right way to do it. You can go crazy with colors, wacky movement, and surreal designs in animation without it feeling uncanny or creepy. The cast for this reboot is also pretty stacked. Bill Hader is voicing the cat himself, and that's honestly a perfect choice. He's got that balance of charm and chaos that the role needs. Alongside him, you've got Quinta Brunson, Matt Berry, Xochitl Gomez, Giancarlo Esposito, and America Ferrera. That's a lineup with some serious range. Barry alone is going to add a hilarious edge, while Esposito can bring gravitas even in a cartoon. And honestly, Hader as the cat feels like the best decision they could have made. He has the comedic timing and the vocal flexibility to make the character fun without tipping too far into nightmare territory. Now, let's talk about this delay because it's impossible to ignore. Moving the release to November 2026 does put the film in a prime holiday spot. Family films usually perform really well during the holiday season, and Warner Brothers clearly knows that. By avoiding February, they're sidestepping a less lucrative time of year and putting themselves in a better position for box office success. On paper, that makes perfect sense. But then again, when you've already had 3 different release dates, people are naturally going to start questioning what's really going on. Is it just a strategic move, or are there internal struggles, maybe rewrites, maybe even concerns about how to market it? There's definitely added pressure here because this is Warner Brothers Pictures Animation's first release under new leadership. If this film stumbles, it reflects badly on the rebrand, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're polishing every little detail. Dr. Seuss's work has always been sensitive territory too. Parents want the adaptations to be fun and magical, but not too chaotic or unsettling. At the same time, the studio has to make it exciting enough for kids today who are used to Pixar, Illumination, and DreamWorks. So maybe the delay really is just about fine-tuning and giving it the best shot possible. At the end of the day, I think the Cat in the Hat reboot actually has a lot going for it. The animation style feels fresh, the cast is top-notch, and the creative team seems to understand the assignment. Bill Hader voicing the cat is already reason enough to be optimistic. The only frustrating thing is just how long we've got to wait now. November 2026 feels far away, and considering this movie was originally meant to come out years earlier, the wait has been stretched even further. Still, if it means we end up with a better movie that does justice to the classic book, then maybe the delays will be worth it. The key here is execution. We've seen plenty of Dr. Seuss adaptations over the years, some great, some not so great. What people really want is something that captures the quirky energy of the original story while also feeling fresh and modern. If Warner Brothers Animation can pull that off, this could end up being a big win for them, not just at the box office, but as a statement that the studio is back and ready to compete with the best in the industry. So yeah, while the delays are frustrating and do raise a few red flags, I think there's reason to stay hopeful. The Cat in the Hat has the potential to be a big comeback for the character, for Warner Brothers Animation, and even for Dr. Seuss adaptations in general. Now it's just a matter of waiting until November 2026 to see if it actually delivers.